Hello everyone. It's actually Wednesday, July 18th. Might even be Thursday by the time you see this. But let's pretend it's Tuesday. It's Harp Tuesday. And I've missed you guys. Sorry it's been so long. I've been trying to get a bunch of stuff done, sort of behind the scenes work to do this final episode on arranging Greensleeves. And so I had to, for example, get all the music nicely formatted into Finale and do this music video that I'm quite pleased with. A bunch of artistic shots of me walking around, interspersed with me playing, but that ended up taking quite a lot of time and fiddling around with that. And then also ended up doing a website redesign, which was overdue. And so, but that's all done. So I'm excited about that, and I definitely invite you to go to joshlayne.com and check out the new look. And I've started a blog there, so you can read that and watch the music video of this fantasy on Greensleeves. And today I thought I would do sort of a two-part thing, where first I would just talk a little bit about the finishing touches on Greensleeves, and then in the second part I'll talk about being creative. So I think from the last time you saw me talk about Greensleeves, I basically finished the piece, and I didn't really, you write something, you finish it, and you live with it for a while, and you listen to it, record yourself playing it, listen to it, and think, well, that sounds good, or no, yeah, that's good. And for the most part, I think I just kept it the same. The only real change I did was at the very end, this little coda where, all this storm and drung has finished, and we get this nice little coda. I originally had it with the left hand, or whatever it is. But as I was listening to it, I just found that actually the left hand was getting in the way too much. I wanted a little more freedom and a little even simpler, even cleaner. And sometimes it's just that really simple line that can be expressed the most beautifully. And it doesn't, we don't necessarily need all these notes going on to make something, to create something moving and beautiful. So I just ended up with the right hand. And then eventually bring the left hand back in, because I definitely wanted it on this, because I wanted to bring out in both hands that having that B flat there. And so I just took it out in the first little half of that coda, and I like that. I think that works. So that was the biggest change. And then as I was trying to get this music into Finale and ready to be available to you guys, I realized I'd written the piece for myself. As I was writing it, what do I want to do next? Which I think is a great way to write. But there's not, sometimes maybe you're writing a piece for a student, or you're trying to write the next great pop song, and you have somebody else in mind. But what I did realize was that, while most of the piece isn't particularly hard, suddenly we have this fast variation, which, while it's not horrendously hard, it's definitely a step up from the surrounding bits. And I wanted to make it so that you could play it on the lever harp, and that section again was giving me a lot of trouble. So what I ended up doing was 3 versions. The full version, an easier version with some possible suggestions on a few other sections to make it slightly easier, and then just taking that out, and so going from this 4th variation into just a short bridge to get us into the coda. So instead of all this fast stuff and then this cadenza with we get that. So that just makes it, I think, a little bit more more playable for a wider range of levels. So, you know, with some intermediate, it becomes more of an intermediate piece rather than an advanced piece. And with a lever version, again, I left out that middle section just because it was too hard to figure out whether, I don't know that it's possible to do all those lever changes. And again, with a lever version, I had to change a few things, leave out a few notes or take some notes on the right hand so the left hand can change the levers. There's one section in the third variation where the right hand goes over and grabs some levers while the left hand's playing. So that's kind of fun. So all three of those versions, plus an MP3 of the of me playing the piece, are available on my website for $3, quite a bargain. So they're available as PDFs, so you download them and can print them out. So I definitely invite you to take a look at that. And it was a lot of fun doing this whole project. And there's something quite nice about having this structure like this, Greensleeves, you have a piece, and doing an arrangement then, or a set of variations, that can be quite helpful in terms of being creative. And so in this next part 2 of Harp Tuesday, I am going to talk about being creative.